my gorgeous Scorpios. This is Debs, and this is, of course, your reading for mid-July 2024, Scorpio. In meditation, I asked, as usual, Archangel Michael, what is the message for Scorpio, please? And I waited. Nothing. After a couple of minutes, I felt this dull ache in my chest area, and I thought, oh my God, what is that? It felt like really severe heartburn, to be honest. But I kept asking in my head, what is the message for Scorpio? Nothing is coming through. And Archangel Michael very calmly said to me, in my head, Deborah, the message has been delivered. So Scorpio, I feel we have two people sitting in heartbreak. I feel as if it's been a very difficult, I'm hearing complicated situation. I feel specifically, and I'm sorry to be specific, we may have a woman who is divorced, who fell in love with a guy who was going to get divorced, who was going to leave his wife, but he changed his mind at the last minute. I feel these two have split. They may have been dancing around each other for quite a long time. She may have realized she has to move on. But I do feel that there is a sense that they're both now realizing they don't want to let each other go. But I'm hearing it is complicated. So Scorpio, let's get into this and see what comes through. It may not be your reading for some of you for this particular period of time. For others of you, if this is hitting, it will be a really accurate reading for you. So, Scorpio, my heartburn is gone now. That was the message from Archangel Michael. I feel energy, I feel emotion. So that was obviously your message. Let's see how this unfolds. So as you know by now, guys, everything you need is down in the description box. I'm still offering 30% off 30-minute love readings into the summer months, okay? The link to join as a member is there. It's $5.99 a month, and I put out weekly videos every Sunday just for my members. And of course, all the decks are listed. So Scorpio, let's, again, I'm hearing, see how this unfolds. I'm also hearing both in pain, both wanting to clear the air. So there has been a recent argument. It could be a final argument and both these two people sort of separated. But there's a sense that they both want to come back together again and, you know, talk about things. Oh, I'm hearing really painful. Really painful. Okay. I'm getting a sense that the guy may feel his hands are tied. There may be children involved, money involved. I feel the woman is just sitting feeling really frustrated. It's as if I've waited to meet the right guy. He's here, but now he's telling me it's impossible, and it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. So, okay, so Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Scorpios? Thank you. Now, Scorps, you could be a guy who's divorced, in love with a woman who's married, who is sitting on the fence. Take it as it resonates, guys. You know? Yeah. Okay. Nine of Swords. Wow. I'm suddenly hearing a Tina Turner song. Let's stay together. Let's stay together. Tina Turner. Look it up, guys. Nine of Swords. I don't think these two people are sleeping. I mean, I think this is going around these two people's minds all the time. All the time. These are coming out. The Star. Both of these two people desperately want to heal the connection. I'm sorry for what I said. I didn't mean it. I do love you, but it's really difficult. You know, that sort of thing. Okay. Guys, you're going to get me all emotional. Okay. All right. Three of Wands. Yeah. Waiting for a message is what I'm getting here. Surely that can't be the end. Surely that's not it. Surely they're going to come back. Yeah. Oh, wow. Sorry, I felt this wave of upset. It's as if I nearly burst into tears just now. Wow. Yeah, I am really connecting with two people who are desperately in love, but are just feeling this is so difficult for us to, it's so difficult for us to be together. But these two people want to stay together. I'm now hearing another song. It's a really old song. Endless Love. Wow, that goes back. That goes back to my parents' time. Endless Love. It's a slow song. Okay. All right. Both of these two people are waiting for the other one to reach out. Ten of Swords. Yeah. This was a very painful ending. I feel that there was a lot of pent-up frustration, a lot of upset, a lot of sort of waiting for the other person to message, and then, oh, you know, when are we going to see each other again? In the past, Scorpio, the Wheel of Fortune, this is the Wheel of Fate. Fate brought the two of you together for a reason. I feel as if we may have a woman here who might have been divorced for a while, a little bit on her own. I feel this is an older woman, to be honest. I don't think this is someone in their 30s. I think 40s, 50s, even 60s. These two may even have dated eons ago, years ago. But these two may have met and married different people. I think the woman is divorced, but the guy is still sort of hanging on in there with his partner, but very, very unhappy. So we could be dealing here with two people who've known each other for a very long time, off and on in terms of connection. It might have been almost years of a casual fling situation, but a lot of heartbreak tied into this. Eight of Swords. So Scorpio, this will be your energy. You are waiting for a message. You feel as if something's reached a painful end. In the past, you felt it was destiny. You met this person. Eight of Swords after that time, you were in your head. Is this going to work out? Is there a chance? What you're thinking about now, Scorpio, is the Five of Cups. Guys, all this sadness. It's as if I miss this person, I dream of this person, I'm looking at my phone every 2 minutes. Is it really over? Someone here is in denial that this is really over, because I feel this might have been quite a long time. These two people were sort of off and on. Scorpio. I'm feeling that pain in my chest area again. Yeah. It's as if they're both heartbroken. In the immediate future, Two of Cups. Okay, Scorpio, you're in love. You know this is your person. Two of Cups. In your fears, the Empress, fearing that I feel the masculine is going to stay married to the karmic partner, to the Empress. Now, Scorpio, you could be sad in the energy of the Empress. You could be an older woman. You could be a mom, single parent. Take it as it resonates, guys. But you seem to be fearing the Empress. So I think, Scorpio, I'm connecting with a feminine Scorpio who fell in love with a guy who is, up until this point of time, still married. You're in love with this guy, Scorpio. You're waiting to hear back as to whether or not you guys are going to patch things up. You may have put up strong boundaries and said enough, or this guy may have said to you, I'm sorry, we need to close the cycle out. I think you're afraid that this guy is going to stay with his wife, Empress. In this guy's energy, the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so he's with an earth sign queen. She could be all about the stability, the foundation of the relationship. She may be in a very secure place in terms of having a lovely life, maybe a little bit of luxury around her. She may have been a really good homemaker. Queen of Pentacles kind of does it all. But she can be much more about the financial side of a connection rather than the emotional side. So I think this guy, Scorpio, has been really struggling because I don't actually think his wife has done anything wrong. And I know, if you're the other woman, then you'd want to hear that, oh, the wife did this and the wife did that. No, I think she's been a model wife. I think this is someone who's looked after a home, maybe brought up children, made sure there was food in the fridge and the bills were paid, and she may also have worked. But I do feel that you two, Scorpio, you and this guy have a very strong connection. And you two know that you are in love. The problem is, we've got the Queen of Pentacles in the mix. In your hope, Scorpio, Ace of Swords, hoping he ends it is what I'm hearing, okay? Hoping he ends it, hoping he ends his marriage and he moves back towards you. Okay, the final card, Scorpio, is the Ten of Cups. Now, Scorps, this could go either way. You guys could end up in the Ten of Cups together as a new couple in a new relationship, okay? Or this guy could turn around to you and say, no matter how much I love you, no matter how much I want to be with you, no matter how much I miss you, I can't end my marriage. It could go that way. We will find out. Clarification for you, Scorpio, the Six of Cups. You are permanently sat in the past, looking at old photographs, memories that you shared, fun times, sexy times. You're thinking about it all. With the energy of the Queen of Cups, Scorpio, yes, I'm dealing with a female Scorpio who is sat in nostalgia. Whoever is sitting in the energy of the Queen of Pentacles, this is your guy. We've got the Page of Swords. Okay. There could be a child in the mix. Or with the energy of the Emperor, there we go, Empress, Emperor. This is a guy who is communicating with his wife. He's a bit cold. He may feel guilty that he's cold with her. This Queen of Pentacles. He may have given you a very difficult message of truth, Scorpio. I'm sorry, but I can't get divorced. He's thinking about that too. He's thinking about difficult communication, or he's thinking about a child. So you are dreaming of being with your Emperor. What you're fearing is he's going to stay with his Empress. Very strong Taurian energy, by the way. Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Empress is Libra, Taurus. So this Emperor's wife could very well be a Taurus or a Libra. Okay. All right. Underneath the deck, we've got the Strength card. I think, Scorpio, you've been holding back from communicating with your Emperor, and you've been trying to heal, but to be honest, I think you're both sat in the Nine of Swords, unable to cope with not seeing each other. But Scorpio, you may have been the one to stand your ground, okay? All right, guys, shall we see if this is going to work out to be happily ever after? Let's keep our fingers crossed. All right, guys, Three of Wands, Ten of Swords. You, Scorpio, are waiting for a message from this guy. You're in pain with the Ten of Swords. This is over with. No communication at this present point of time. So let's look at your energy. Yeah, Eight of Cups. So you two have walked away from each other. Very difficult. And with the Two of Pentacles, Scorpio, I think you've been sat at crossroads, unable to move on. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I miss this guy too much. I'm hoping he's going to change his mind, this sort of thing. Seven of Wands. But you did put up boundaries, Scorpio. You may have felt as if you had no choice. I have to stand up for myself. I can't keep sitting in this third-party situation for much longer. Yeah. All right, so this may have been an off and on third-party connection for quite a while. The Magician. You may have wondered, Scorpio, that if you stood up for yourself, put up those strong boundaries and gave this guy an ultimatum, right? Unless you leave your wife, I'm leaving you. You may have hoped that that would have instigated him to start, for instance, divorce proceedings. But I don't think up until this point of time that's happened. Okay. Yeah. And you're coming through sitting in the energy of the Queen of Wands. Basically, Scorpio, the other woman, in the nicest sense. So in the past, you met this guy. You may have thought it was meant to be, or you may have reconnected after 10, 20 years, something like that. You met up again. King of Pentacles. Yeah, this is your guy. This is your guy. Could have been a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. What was your energy, Scorpio, in the past? Six of Pentacles. He may have said to you in the past, because sometimes for me this can be dividing the assets, he may have insinuated he was considering divorce. I'm thinking about it. I'm not happy in this relationship. I feel, Scorpio, that might have been enough for you to give him a chance. You may not have wanted to have fallen into a third-party situation, but you thought, well, I'm single. If it looks as if this guy is ready to let go of his partner, I'm just going to see how this goes. So you two met up regularly, spent time together. But you were just not happy because I think time ticked on, Scorpio, and there was no movement from him. You may have asked him point blank now and again, are you considering separation? Have you talked to your wife? Have you spoken to a lawyer? Right? And he may have sort of made an excuse or brushed it under the carpet or changed the subject. You coped with it for a period of time until it became too much. Until it just got too much. After that time, you moved into the Eight of Swords in your head all the time, a bit obsessed with this. Is he ever going to leave his wife? Yeah. And I think, Scorpio, things got a little bit testy between the two of you. A few arguments. You may have been a bit cold with him, or you may have got very upset with him. What did he say, Scorpio? He might have said, look, I'm sorry, I do love you, Knight of Cups, I love you, but I'm just not ready to go through divorce. I'm just not ready. I'm also hearing she doesn't deserve it. Oh, okay. So, Scorps, you're not going to want to hear this, but this Queen of Pentacles did a good job as his wife. They maybe just grew apart over a period of time. So, Knight of Cups, he did say he loved you, but with the energy of the moon, Cancerian energy, sometimes Pisces. This is you sat in fear that he would never leave his wife, but also coping with a lot of deep emotion. It's as if, I hate the fact that I love you, but I do. You two may have managed to have, sneaky weekends away, nights away, sitting by the light of the moon, very close. You kept this hidden for quite a long time, this secret relationship. So what you're thinking about now is Five of Cups. You're waiting for a message from this guy. You may feel as if you have to give up on this, but you really don't want to. You're hoping that because he loves you, eventually he'll come back to you to say, I've made a decision to leave my marriage. You're sort of hoping. Yeah. But until that time, you are sat carrying the Ten of Wands. Is it ever going to happen? Is it ever going to happen? Is he going to continue to hold on to his finances? Is he going to continue to hold back from me? Wow. Seven of Pentacles, you're looking at the past, Scorpio. You cannot get this guy off your mind. No matter what you do, you can't do it. It's as if I'm stuck loving this guy for the rest of my life. I know it's not healthy because he's not available, but I'm hoping that if I hang on long enough, he's going to come back. But Scorpio, at this point of time, you two are in separation. You're not communicating at all. So, in the immediate future, the Two of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. So you know you're in love with this man, and I would imagine he's in love with you. Knight of Cups. The obstacle, in the nicest sense, is this Queen of Pentacles. Now, the major issue for this Emperor is she has done nothing wrong. She's been a good wife, a good mother. She's nurtured and cared for him. She's created a lovely home. And she doesn't deserve to be left out in the cold. So he is sat in a bit of a moral dilemma. He wants to be with you, he loves you, but he doesn't feel as if this Queen of Pentacles should be hurt in the way that she would be hurt if he ends the relationship. So this is very challenging for him. These two may not have been intimate for months, but he knows, I'm hearing at their stage of life, it will be very painful for her if after all these years he turned around and said, I'm sorry, I'm in love with another woman, we're going through divorce. Because she doesn't deserve it. So, Archangel Michael, when do we have the Two of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles for my lovely Scorpios, please? Do we have timing? Thank you, Archangel Michael. Okay, guys, I'm hearing the 6th of September. Michael's pointing forward, 28th of September, 11th of November. I'm seeing a guy typing out a text on his phone. Happy Christmas, darling. Lots of love. Kisses, lots of love. Okay. Let's see. Let's see this guy's energy. He's thinking about his karmic partner, his wife. Okay. They're a little bit cold towards each other. She may be wondering why his emotions have changed. She may just be feeling, well, we both got a bit older. We've been together for a long time, you know, that sort of thing. Judgment. So Scorpio, he may be thinking about this major decision. There could be a Sagittarian in the mix. Now, that could be the sun sign of his karmic partner. He is needing to make a really serious decision, but he's been unable to pull together the courage to have a really serious chat with his wife. What is he thinking about? The Nine of Wands. He can't do this anymore. He can't be there anymore. He wants to be with you. He's kind of reached the end of the road in his relationship. Eight of Wands. Okay, so Scorpio, I think with the Nine of Wands, feeling really heavy about the situation, and the Eight of Wands, which is communication, I think he's going to make the judgment call. He's going to make the decision to have a serious chat with his wife. You're sitting there, wherever you are, whether it's the next town, whether or not you're in a different country, you are sitting there just thinking, I love this man. I just love this man. I'm in love with him. So at this point, you're elsewhere, just thinking you love him. Is he ever going to reach out to you again? Is he going to leave his wife? He is actually making the decision to have a serious conversation with her. What is this Emperor saying to his wife? He's going to start off by saying to his wife that they've built up a really stable foundation between the two of them. We've both worked really hard in this marriage. We've created a lovely home. We've got a little bit of money in the bank. We've educated the kids, right? whatever this is for him, he's going to broach the subject by bringing up the financial foundation. We've achieved a lot between us. What else is he going to say? Enough that we've also been able to give to our children or our child. Page of Pentacles. This is him feeling his way very gently into this conversation. She may be sitting in the living room or standing in the kitchen, doing the washing up, looking out the window, and he's gently broaching the past. We have done well as a couple. All right, what else is he going to say? The Hermit, Virgo energy. He's going to start to talk about life in general. Life has sped past. I can't believe we've been married for 20, 30 years, whatever the length of time is. There's going to be a conversation from him about feeling his age, thinking about whether or not he's been totally fulfilled in the marriage. And by this time, she may be getting a little bit nervous. He's going to admit that there were times that he felt left out in the cold in the marriage. He may say to her, "You've been an incredible wife. I've really appreciated you. We've had our moments, but we've stayed together." But he may go on to say, "I feel as if we're now more friends than anything else. I don't feel that we've grown together. If anything, we've grown apart." He may even say something like, "I feel that sometimes we live separate lives under the same roof." And then I think, guys, he's going to drop the bomb. Yes, he's then going to drop the bomb. Page of Cups. "You know I love you, but I'm not in love with you anymore. And I'm sorry, I think we ought to talk about separation." Silence. She may not know what to say. What is she thinking about? The world. She may think to herself, "Oh my goodness, so what he's actually saying is, I want to end the marriage." It may just be kicking in. She may think to herself, how long has he been feeling this way? She may think to herself, has he met someone over the internet with the world? She's going to need a little bit of time to sort of let this sink in. What is her initial reaction? What is her initial reaction? Heartbreak. 3 of Swords. Yeah, heartbreak. And a lot of emotional confusion. Was it me? Was it something I did? When did my Emperor start feeling as if we weren't close anymore? What else is she thinking? 7 of Swords. Yeah. After the emotional confusion sort of dies down, what she's going to be thinking about is, okay, my Emperor's met another woman. My Emperor's met another woman. He's been having an affair, and that's the reason why he wants to end the marriage. It may be an instinctual thought process. Okay, well, he suddenly wants to get divorced after 30 years of marriage, so why else would he want to divorce unless there's another woman in his life? Which, of course, there is, Scorpio, because that woman is you. So what's going to happen after these two have this conversation? 4 of Swords. Okay, I feel as if they're both going to retreat for a little bit of their own space. I think his wife is going to just go off somewhere and deal with a shock. She may just grab her car keys and her coat and just head off and drive around the local town a little bit, just to sort of settle her energies. He may decide to sort of hold himself up in a local coffee shop or something, just to sort of calm himself down a bit. They're both going to disconnect to think about the conversation. Four of Swords. So Scorpio, you, I feel, are going to hear about this conversation. What is this guy going to say to you? You're just sitting there thinking, oh my goodness, is he going to reach out? I don't know what's going to happen here. I still love him. Is it really over? What's he going to say? Yes. Wow. So Scorpio, what he's going to say is, I've had that conversation. It was very painful. My wife is still a little bit in shock, but I'm definitely leaving. Chariot. Wow. What's your initial reaction, Scorpio? Yeah, I'm not surprised. Tower. Because Scorpio, this might have been a long time coming. Scorpio, Aries energy. You may have thought he would never leave his wife, but it's actually happening. What are you saying to him? The Fool. More Aries. You may say to him, wow, that was a bit risky. Okay, so you've done it. What do we do now? What do we do now? What are you saying to him? The Lovers, I want to come and see you. Come and see me. Let's be together. When can you leave the house? When can we meet up? You're very excited about this, Scorpio. Three of Pentacles, you're already thinking, oh my goodness, okay, so we are from this point onwards going to build a foundation for a relationship. This is no longer going to be a third-party situation. What else are you thinking about, Scorpio? My goodness, people, Ace of Pentacles, yeah. So what you're thinking about is, okay, he's actually moving out of living with his wife. Now, Scorpio, you may need to be prepared for him to say to you, now my wife and I have had this conversation. It is way too awkward to stay in the house. So, you know, I'm going to be packing a couple of suitcases and leaving her to it. And I want to move in with you. So, Scorpio, you're going to be making space in your home. Okay. You may be clearing out a few cupboards, even though he may just be turning up initially with a couple of suitcases. I think that he is going to be wanting to move straight in with you. Now, it may be because he doesn't want the extra expense and hassle of trying to find a rental flat. It may be he doesn't want people to know by approaching family members, you know, can I stay with you for a few weeks? People might talk. This is still under wraps. This is still something he wants to keep quiet. It may be that he hasn't even told his children, you know. If this is an older man, I would imagine his kids are at college or uni or they've grown up. They may not be in the family home anymore anyway. But I think he's going to want to move straight in with you, Scorpio. So be prepared. What is the energy between these two? Yeah. Your card. The Death card, major change and transformation. It is actually happening, Scorpio. Wow. All right, people. Now, what you're hoping for, Scorpio, is, okay, well, he's left his wife, he's moved in with me, but is he actually going to divorce? Ace of Swords, is he actually going to do it? So let's have a look and see what this guy would say to you, what this Emperor would say to you. Because with the Ace of Swords, you want to know. What you're going to say to him is, okay, well, you've had a conversation with your wife. She now knows that you're leaving. You are going to be packing up and moving to live with me for a period of time. What happens after that time? That's what you want to know. Is he going to start official divorce proceedings? Is he going to move into legal separation? What exactly is going to happen? So what is he going to say to the Ace of Swords? You want to know what's going to happen. Six of Swords. I think his initial reaction is, you know, Scorpio, we need to let everything die down. We need to let the dust settle. My wife is going to be in shock. She's going to be scared to death about losing the house. We've got to think about the kids. We've got to think about the finances. I don't want to rush into divorce, which I think, to be honest, Scorpio, is the right thing to do. Okay. I don't think he is trying to make excuses. I think what he's saying to you is, I have taken the first big step and the second big step, which is moving in with you. So let's just cool it for the next few weeks and see how things go. Now, the outcome, Scorpio, is the 10 of Cups. Given the cards that have come through, Scorpio, I think this guy is actually going to move into legal separation to then move into divorce. What is his energy? What is his energy, Michael, please? Temperance. He may want to have a conversation about a Sagittarian. He could be a Sag. Or with the energy of temperance, what he's saying is, let's just enjoy living together for now and see how things go. So Scorpio, he wants to make sure that you two really get on a day-to-day living together basis before he does anything rash. Before he files for divorce, before he talks to his wife about giving her settlement or giving her the house, he wants to make sure this is going to really work with you. Because Scorpio, this isn't a man who is just wanting to leave his marriage. He's deciding to leave because he's in love with you. But he's also thinking logically, as an emperor would. He wants to do the right thing by his ex-wife. And he also wants to make sure that you two would be able to live together ongoing into the future. I know it sounds crazy, but people have habits, quirks, idiosyncrasies, day-to-day routines. Would you two mesh on a day-to-day basis? Could you happily live together without driving each other crazy? Because at this point of time, Scorpio, this is not a question of, is there enough chemistry? There is. It's not a question of, are we in love? You are. But you're dealing with a logical emperor. It's got to work out on a day-to-day basis. Does one of us have mood swings? What do we do at weekends? Do we like to do similar things? He's trying to be logical. Is this going to work out ongoing? So Scorpio, he's actually done it. This is him arranging to move in with you. Now, obviously, at the same time, he's going to be thinking about juggling finances. He's going to be thinking about telling the kids. He's also got to be thinking about, if he's still working, how is it going to affect my work? I mean, Scorpio, you may live quite a way away from his work, so he's going to have to balance that too. I think for you, you've got to be able to sit back and just let things naturally unfold. Not to pressure him into, well, when are you actually getting divorced? No, because this is a really big step for him initially. Enjoy it and talk about your future together. Yeah. So, Four of Wands, you guys are going to be living together. That's lovely. You're going to be setting up house. You may have to get rid of a few things, put a few things in storage to make room. What else is he saying, Scorpio? Interesting, the High Priestess. Now, he may say to you, look, my wife is still coping with some heartbreak. It's been a shock. She's still sort of getting over it. He may not have told her that he was leaving her for another woman. So what he may be saying is, with the High Priestess, don't splash all over social media that we are a couple. Because if my wife finds out, not only would she be incredibly upset, and I don't want to put her through additional upset, but if she begins to get angry and sits in the energy of a little bit of revenge, which she could do, and I have to say she may have every right to, then it could make things difficult when they try to bash out the terms and conditions of settlement, right? So Scorpio, you may be super excited, wanting to, put a couple pictures all over the internet. What your Emperor is saying is, look, it's enough that I've left my wife and I've moved in with you. Let's just keep things calm for now whilst I sort out the logistics. How are you feeling at this point of time, Scorpio? How are you feeling? Yeah, Michael's saying that one. Oh, 9 of Cups. Super happy and kind of sat there not quite believing it's happening. Okay. Page of Wands. Lots of flirty messages going backwards and forwards. When your Emperor comes home to you in the evening, this is going to be like a brand new relationship. Lots of flirtation. Yeah. Yeah, Ace of Wands. This is like a passionate new start, because even though Scorpio, you guys may have been in this on-off affair situation for quite a long time, now he's actually made the decision to move out of living with his wife, to move in with you. I think you're both sitting in fresh energy at this point of time. Ace of Wands. Okay, anything else? Anything else? King of Swords. Okay, Scorpio, there may be a conversation you two have about him seeking legal advice. Because at this point of time, he may not have any idea whatsoever of how much money he would be able to leave his marriage with, how much money he would need to offer his wife in terms of settlement. So he may say to you, look, you know, whilst we're enjoying this passionate new start, we're living together now, I'm going to be quietly seeking legal advice. I need to get some information as to the financial side of leaving this relationship, the financial side of leaving my marriage. Yeah. Okay, anything else? Oh, that card flipped over. Yes, the Hierophant. King of Swords, Hierophant is legal advice about a marriage. Okay, for me. He may also be having very logical conversations with his ex-wife. She could be a Taurian or have Taurus in her chart. What's his ex-wife's energy? It's a matter of interest. Should we have a look? 2 Swords. Okay. She's either in complete denial that this is actually happening, or she may be refusing to talk to him for a few weeks. She may just be in shock. I just can't talk to you right now. So where are we leaving this reading? Ace of Cups. Scorpio, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. I think this Emperor is going to take his time. He's got to try and extract himself from this marriage. He's got to sort out his finances. He's got to wait until his wife sort of cools down a little bit. He may need to have quiet conversations with his children at some point. I think the Divine's advice for you is sit, coast, enjoy this beautiful start of what will be a serious relationship. Try to keep the pressure off this guy because he's going to have enough to deal with, and simply enjoy you two beginning your life journey, because you guys are going to be together for the rest of your life. That's what I feel this is. Knowing that it's just going to take some time for him to sort out the practicalities. And I don't think this is a guy who's going to want to rush into marriage, Scorpio. You may need to accept the fact he may never want to marry again. It may be an ongoing living together situation. But to be honest, Scorpio, you're sat in the 9 of Cups. You're super happy. So, Archangel Michael, do we have a final card for Scorpio? The Sun, of course. Leo energy. So, Scorpio, this is really beautiful. This is you two talking about the future, making plans for your life together. You guys may end up taking an elongated holiday, you know. When he's moved in with you, you two may go off for a couple of weeks and enjoy some time in the sunshine. It may be just what you need. Time for some relaxation in the sun. So Scorpio, a beautiful reading. I feel this is all going to work out. Let me know if you feel this is your story. You can drop me a comment down below. Take care of you. And of course, I'll be back before you know it with your next set of readings. See you soon, Scorps. Bye now.